Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, please lead us from unreality to the reality, from darkness to the light, and from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Dear devotees, we were discussing the obstacles for meditation. Whoever has understood the spiritual life is one of the best life. By practicing spirituality, one can attain peace. One can attain eternal happiness. One can be peaceful at all given circumstances. And when he starts the process of meditation, he may get few obstacles. So, what are the obstacles? And how the spiritual life, or the person who has attained the liberation or realization, or who has stood fast in the spiritual path, how is he? Who is he? So this has been explained in the 126th shloka onwards. Let us try to see. Tata sadhan nirmuktaha siddho bhavati yoginat tat swarupam na chaitasya vishayo manasogiram. Means then he is the best among the yogis, having attained to the perfection. He is free from all the practices. The real nature of such a man never becomes an object of the mind or the speech. So the benefit of nididhyasana, which is the assimilation of Vedantic teaching, and what is the fruit we are going to get, what is the benefit we are going to get, has been explained in this particular shloka. Some last few shlokas, the author was trying to tell, one who practices Vedantic meditation, one has to practice Vedantic meditation, and what are the 15 limbs, 15 parts of this Vedantic meditation we discussed. Now the question may come in a seeker or in the listener, okay, by practicing this nididhyasana, the Vedantic meditation, what do I am going to get? Do I get my bank balance increased? Or do I get promotion in my professional life? Or my family life gets bettered? Or I get de-stressed? What is the use, profit I am going to get? So for that question, the author is answering here. He is the best among the spiritual aspirants. And is no more he doesn't need any more spiritual practices. Why? He has attained the realization. Who am I? Who am I? He has attained. So such a man will be free from all the difficulties, from the afflictions, from all the stress, and he can lead the happiest life. Life of bliss, life of contentment, life of fulfillment. So one who has realized himself or his true nature is the master, is the best among all the spiritual aspirants, all the spiritual people. Why? Because he has reached his final goal and nothing else is there for him to achieve. And he is beyond all sadhana, spiritual practices. The moment he has, for an example, there is a running race, 100 meters running race. Now I have already reached the goal. The 100 meters running race I have completed. 100 meters I have completed. I have reached my goal or target. I need not to run anymore. Whereas someone has completed 10 meters, some others 30, some others 60, some others 70. Then they have to run till covering 100 meters. Now the person who has got self-realization, Atma Gnana, he doesn't need any more spiritual practices. Why? Because he has attained the goal, he has reached the goal. And also, he has transformed himself from the mortality I to the immortality I. Or in a simple language, if you want me to say, he has transferred himself from mortal, being the mortal, to become being immortal. He has attained the state of that immortality. Even this attaining the state of immortality, it is only for the argument's sake or for just to say. He or she was already immortal, only he or she became aware of it. I am immortal, you are immortal, every one of us, we are immortal inherently. That is our real nature. That is our divinity. We are divine beings. We are not the sinners. But unfortunately, we are not aware of it. The moment we understand this, the moment we become conscious of it, the moment we realize that we are not sinners, we are divine beings, and then we attain immortality. Means we become aware, we become conscious of this immortality. No more birth and death. No more this vicious circle of birth and death. No more unhappiness. No more sufferings. No more struggles. And I will have with a life of completeness, fulfillment, bliss. That is what we are going to get from the Atma Gnana, or from the self-knowledge. To attain self-knowledge, one has to do Nididhyasana or Vedantic meditation. And more than that, he will have a steady wisdom, which is called Sthita Prajna in the Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter. Man of steady wisdom. When we are hearing these Vedantic talks, when we study Vedanta, when we read some good books, our mind gets elevated. We get inspired. Our thoughts becomes clear. We feel, oh, I am so and so. I should not get bothered. I should not get perturbed. All these things we feel. We feel so happy. But after some time, again, the cloud of ignorance comes and covers our understanding, again back to square, and we struggle and we suffer and we cry, etc., etc. But one who has reached the final goal, that is self-realization, his wisdom is steady. It doesn't waver. It doesn't change. He is called Sthita Prajna. And is Atmarati. I am happy if I get an Apple mobile. Someone will be happy if he gets a name and fame. Someone may be happy if he gets a power position. Some may be happy by getting a good house. But such a person, the person who has attained the Atma Gnana, is called Atmarati. Atmarati means what? One who enjoys in himself. One who has established in himself. He is not established on the name and fame or power and position or wealth or nothing. He is established in his true nature. That is the beauty. That's what we see in the Lord Buddha. Nothing could shook him or shake him. Why? Because he had established in himself. That's why he is called Buddha, the enlightened ones. He knew who is he in reality. So the person who realizes the self, in reality, he becomes Atmarati. He is established in himself. He is feeling joy in himself because he is the embodiment of that bliss, embodiment of that Ananda, Atmananda. And author particularly, he uses the word Akrutima Ananda, that is unalloyed bliss, eternal bliss, complete bliss. Today I got my promotion in my office. I'm very happy. Tomorrow I'm happy. Day after tomorrow I'm happy. 1 week I was happy. Afterwards, slowly problems started coming in my professional life, in my office. Then my happiness went away, or it got cornered. I forgot. Or sometimes so much problems came in my life, professional life. I felt, oh my God, why did I take this? Why did I accept this position? Why did I get this promotion at all? It would have been better without this promotion. Sometimes we may think. So this worldly happiness is limited in nature. It is temporary in nature, whereas the Atmananda, Akrutima Ananda, that is unalloyed bliss, is permanent and it is eternal and it is complete. And it is Purna, complete, Purnatva. So that state we can attain the moment we understand who am I. So that is the beauty of Atma Gnana, self-knowledge. So why we should struggle, why we should suffer, or why we should try to have self-knowledge, if you ask, these are the answers has been given by the author. But still, author says here, look, while we might have reached the ultimate goal, or just we are about to reach the ultimate goal, there can be few obstacles in our life, in our meditative life. Because till now, Nididhyasana, we discussed Vedantic meditation. What is Vedantic meditation? What are the 15 limbs? We discussed. While practicing Vedantic meditation, there can be some obstacles by which we may get carried over, we may get distracted from our spiritual life or from Vedantic meditation. So what are these obstacles? Around 8-9 obstacles the author lists out in the 2 or 3 slokas. Let us try to see now. What are the obstacles for the life of meditation or life of contemplation? Samadho kriyamane tu vignan anyanti vaibhalat anusandanarahityam alasyam bhogalalasam. While practicing samadhi, means here Vedantic meditation, we should take it, there appear unavoidable many obstacles. They cannot be avoided. It comes, no doubt, but we have to be careful. Such as lack of inquiry, idleness, desire for sense pleasures. These are the 3 obstacles has been given in this particular sloka. So in the 6th chapter in the Bhagavad Gita, Atma Sanyama Yoga, there also Shri Krishna gives some list of obstacles. And every spiritual book gives mostly the list of obstacles. So here, the first obstacle has been given by author is lack of inquiry. We keep on struggling. We keep on suffering, but we don't think why we are suffering. What is the cause? What is the reason? Is there any way out by which I can get out from this problem? We don't think. Either we feel this is what the life is. So out of helplessness, we keep on suffering, we accept and we keep on suffering. This is one type of mindset. And the second type of mindset is we keep on complaining. Oh, this is not right, that is not right, this is not good, that is not good, he is not good, she is good. We keep on complaining. So such type of people, we come into experience, or we might be one among them. So we have to inquire, who am I? What is the nature of this world? What is the nature of the society? What is the nature of the mind? Why these problems are coming? Why I am suffering? Why I am happy? Why I am unhappy? Why sometimes I feel I am elevated? Sometimes I feel that I have gone down. What is the reason? So we should make this inquiry at the initial level. And afterwards, we should also inquire into the self. Who am I? What is my real nature? Before my birth, did I exist? If so, in what form? After my death, do I exist or do I cease to exist? If I cease to exist, why? If I exist, in what form? How can I exist? Why? So this self-inquiry has to be practiced. The more and more you practice self-inquiry, then slowly, our mental knots gets cleared, cobweb gets cleared, mental blocks gets cleared. See, when I'm feeling that I am body, I will be working and I will be behaving in a particular fashion. When I start feeling that I am mind, I am thoughts, I am feelings, I am emotions, my reaction will be different. When I feel that I am the self, I am neither the body, nor the mind, nor the thoughts, nor the feelings, nor the emotions. I am the self. The moment I understand, or the moment I stick on to this conviction, then my reaction, my action, everything will be different. The beautiful example is Swami Vivekananda's life. Swami Vivekananda, during his itinerant days, Parivrajaka days, he was traveling in Himalayas, in the dense forest. From 3 days, he never had any food. He was hunger, and he was feeling weak also. But still, he was trying to walk in the dense forest. Suddenly, a lion or tiger came in front of him, maybe 50 meters distance. Imagine, suddenly if we see lion or tiger, what we do? We shout, we scream, or we jump, we run. such a way we run, in the sense, if the same speed, if you maintain someone, probably in the even 1,500 meters running race, we can stand first. Such a way, speed we run. Why? To protect our life. Or we may climb some trees, or we may climb some big rocks so that we can take care of ourselves, or we can protect ourselves. Why? We feel that we are body. But Swami Vivekananda saw the lion or tiger and he said, look, you are also hungry. I am also hungry. From 3 days, I didn't get the food. And I don't know whether I will get the food or not. Never mind. At least, please come and eat me, consume, so that at least by this body, by eating this body, at least for you, 1 or 2 days, your hunger will be quenched. You will be out of your hunger. So please come and eat. So saying that, he didn't say, rather he sat down there only and he started meditating. Oh, lion, tiger, please come and eat me. Saying that, he sat and he started meditating. What an amount of fearlessness Swami Vivekananda had. How he had that? Oh, he was a monk, he never had any kith and kin, had a family, that's why. No, it is not the reason. That is not the reason. Why? Because he had that Nirvikalpa Samadhi Anubhava. He had the transcendental experience. I am the self. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. I am not the thoughts. I am not emotions. I am the self. I am that Atman. I am that Brahman. Since he had that conviction, he had that experience, he had never had any fear of death, fear of losing himself. He sat and he welcomed the lion or tiger and he started meditating. Fortunately, with the God's grace, after 3 to 5 minutes over, Swami Vivekananda, he opened his eyes and he sees lion or tiger, it has walked away. Then he got up and he continued his journey. Such an amount of fearlessness. How did Swami Vivekananda got? Because he was a man of experience. He was a man of steady wisdom. Steady wisdom of what? That I am the self, I am the Atman, or I am the Brahman. So to reach that state, we should keep on making inquiry. We inquire, oh, what is the COVID rate today? Oh, COVID is increasing again and again. We start inquiring and we start behaving. Of course, we have to inquire. I don't say no. But such type of inquiries we keep on doing in the world. What is the rate? What is the share rates? And what is the gold rate? What is the currency rate? And what is the commodities rate? We keep on inquiring. So I don't mean that inquiry. Here inquiry is self-inquiry. Who am I? What is my real nature? How can I be happy at all times? Is there any way out? So self-inquiry has to be practiced. Otherwise, what happens? We lead the mechanical life. Get up, eat something, go and do some work, and again come back and cook yourself, eat, take care of the family and take care of the society, household works, and struggle and suffer and enjoy. So like this only, we will be leading a mechanical life. So if you want to come away, if you want to rise yourself from all these things, you should start inquiring, who am I? Who am I? What is my real nature? That will help for the meditation, Vedantic meditation. Otherwise, what happens? We live the mechanical life. We live the unconscious life. We don't live the conscious life. And the second is laziness, alasya. We keep on postponing. Swamiji, I wanted to meditate. Fine. Start from today. Oh, not from today. Maybe tomorrow. Fine. Okay, tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. I shall get up and sit for meditation. Fine. 6 o'clock, alarm had been set. Alarm rang and we stopped. And we said, okay, now it is December. It is a cold season. So maybe it is today cold. I'm also not feeling little okay. A little headache is there. I'm feeling a bit sleepy. Maybe tomorrow we will do it. Tomorrow we will do it. Tomorrow we will do it. So many tomorrows over, we never started meditation. Maybe exercise, running, or swimming, or doing meditation, or for some studies. We keep on postponing, procrastination. We are good at all these things. So this laziness, if you are God, you cannot meditate. With this lazy mind, you cannot do Vedanta. Any spiritual practice you cannot do, or you cannot do even spiritual practices or meditation. A person went to Ganges to take the holy dip. It was again winter. He saw there, from there, little away itself, he could understand that water is very cold. He sat and he started inquiring, what shall I do? Oh, it is very cold. Oh, it is very cold. Oh, it is very cold. Okay, then next time when we visit, we will do it. So like that he thought, and he never took a bath, and he came back. Second time, third time, every time he was saying that next time I shall take bath, next time I shall take bath, and he never took the bath at all because of the laziness. And the third is desires for sense pleasures. I want this, I want that. We keep on increasing our wants. As a result, we are busy in acquiring this and we are busy in preserving this. That is what yoga and kshema. One is acquiring things, and afterwards we are busy in acquiring things initially. Once we are acquired, we have to maintain. Then we are busy in maintaining things. So whole of our time goes like this. Recently, a lady devotee had come. Swamiji, I would like to come here. I'm feeling so happy. I'm feeling so blissful. I'm feeling so calm and quiet and serene here, Swamiji. Fine. Where are you staying? I'm staying in Dublin, Swamiji. How much time it takes for you to come here? 20 minutes to 30 minutes drive, Swamiji. Wonderful. Keep coming weekly once, at least by 2 weeks once. Swamiji, I would like to come, but what to do? I've got so much work, Swamiji, but I'm feeling difficulty. Let me try. Then I said, see, if you are really interested, you can come. You have to prioritize your needs, and you have to prioritize your works, and you have to prioritize your responsibilities. Weekly once or 2 weeks once, half an hour, 1 hour, coming here. Is it not possible? It is possible only either of laziness or because of desires, worldly desires. Every one of us, we have got this. So it has to be reduced. Otherwise, mind will be turbulent, it will be restless, and it keeps on busy in so many things. It doesn't go inside, it keeps on going outside. That's why this desires has to be reduced to certain extent. It is also very important. Otherwise, what we say, we don't have time for meditation. We don't have time for meditation. In the next shloka, he gives some more obstacles, which can prevent us from the meditative life or the life of contemplation. Layas tamascha vikshepo rasasvadascha shunyata evam yad vigna bahulyam tyajam brahma vidashanaihi. Sleep, dullness, distraction, tasting of joy, and the sense of blankness. So one desiring the knowledge of Brahman should slowly get rid of such innumerable obstacles. So 3 obstacles we saw. The 4th obstacles, the author is giving the list, is sleep. We need sleep, definitely. 6 hours at least, they say. Some days may need 7, some may need 8. Fine, whatever is required for you. Decide yourself and you sleep, no doubt. But because of laziness, we sleep more than our requirement. So for an example, I need 6 hours sleep, but I keep on sleeping 8 hours. And 2 hours of time is wasted. And I say that I don't have time for meditation. I'm so much busy. I have to cook in the house. I have to clean the house. I have to look after children. And I have to go to office. And I have to do social responsibilities are there. Professional responsibilities, domestic responsibilities. And so many things are there. And we keep on saying. And when we get time, we keep on sleeping. When sleeping is physical sleep, the meaning is that is lack of awareness, lack of alertness. I keep on brooding things, keep on remembering the same thing again and again, and somehow we lose our time, we waste our time. And the other is, in the name of meditation, many people doze off. They sit for meditation and they keep on dozing off like this. And after 1 hour, they say, Swamiji, I had a good meditation. My mind is so calm. At least we feel happy. At least he had enough rest. Probably his mind and body was in really need of rest. So if you're not alert, your meditation can be transformed into sleep. 1 hour you sit for meditation, 1 hour nicely will have a dose, nice sleep. That's the one thing. And alertness is not there. Since there's a lack of alertness, same repeated mistakes, errors blunders, we keep on doing it. And as a result, we keep on struggling and suffering. Then meditation is not possible at all to such a mind. So state of vigilance should be there, alertness. Why I should do, how should I do, when should I do, how much should I do? That alertness is required. Then the sleep or lethargy or laziness will be reduced. So the next one is dullness. Dullness means inactiveness, lethargy. Oh, let me see, let me try to do, let me see, let me try to do. Lack of enthusiasm, lack of energy. Or you can work in 10 minutes or 15 minutes, the same work you take for 25 to 30 minutes. In the name of perfection, sometimes people keep on doing things very slowly. That is also dullness. So this dullness has to be reduced. If you see the Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi's life, 3 o'clock she used to get up and 10 or 11 o'clock she used to sleep. And whole day she was busy. Maybe afternoon, just half an hour she used to have a small nap or rest. She never complained that she didn't have a time for meditation. And every day, for 100,000 japam, she used to do it. She used to take care of the disciples, she used to do cooking, she used to do mop the floor, clean the floor, dress the vegetables, take care of the animals, take care of the people, spend some time, do counseling, meditation, all things it was possible for her. The people who lived with Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi, they say she used to do work very fast, at the same time, very pleasant way, and the work used to be very perfect. Why? Because there is no dullness in her. Activeness, enjoying the work, and doing the work with a concentrated mind so that she is able to finish the work perfectly and in less time. So for an example, I am reading something. Because of dullness, because of lack of enthusiasm, when I read, I didn't understand completely. Then I have to read second time, third time, fourth time. Again, it is a waste of time. A person, when he sees, for an example, in a room, he is able to understand there are 2 or 3 things. But as an alert mind person, when he sees things in a few seconds, he can see what all the things are there. Maybe 5 or 10 things are there in this room, he can understand. That's how we can save our time also. But because of lack of alertness, lack of enthusiasm, and because of dullness, we keep on doing same things. Or the work may take 10 to 15 minutes, it will be taking 20 to 30 minutes also. If such a person, if such type of mindset, if you have got, then Vedantic contemplation or meditation is not possible. So spiritual life means it is not inactive life. It is with full of activeness, but in the concentrated efforts or in the particular way of life. So dullness has to be avoided. So here you can think of rituals. Why so many rituals were given in Sanatana Dharma or Hinduism or in any other religions? Why? Because by doing really rituals, then your laziness or dullness is reduced. You have to get up. Say for an example, in Islam, 5 times you have to do namaz, so that your dullness, lethargy, laziness has been reduced. So in a Christianity, you go to church or you in the house every day, morning and evening, you have to do prayer. So whether you are interested or not, because ritual is there, if you by practicing, of course, there can be mechanical action. It can be converted into mechanical action, no doubt. But at least the laziness and dullness can be checked by this. So in the Hinduism, as soon as you get up, you have to take a bath, you have to do Sandhya Vandanam, or you have to do Devata Puja, worship of God. And every day you have to repeat 100 times or 1,000 times God, name of the God. So all these rituals were given by our forefathers. Why? Because it will check our laziness, dullness. If you are dull-headed person, if you are lazy person, lethargical person, that means you are tamoguni. Such a tamoguni cannot meditate. He has to be active first. He has to be ambitious. He has to be active, hyperactive. So that resembles, or that state is called Rajoguna. Then slowly by doing upasana, meditation, worship of the gods and goddesses, slowly, his mind becomes calm, quiet, serene. Then he becomes Sattva Guna, Sattvic fellow, which is calm mind, quiet mind, serenity, serene mind. Such person can sit for meditation. That's why, so these rituals were kept. Rituals were capable of checking tamoguna. Then upasanas, worships, were able to capable of checking rajoguna. Then self-inquiry checks sattva guna, and it takes to turyavastha or trigunathita avastha. The sadhana chatushta sampanna, 4 prerequisites for Vedantic study, that comes under the sattva guna. Until otherwise you get sattva guna, you cannot make self-inquiry, or you cannot make the meditation possible in a right way. Then the next obstacle, the author is telling that vikshepa. Vikshepa means extrovertedness of the mind. Our mind and senses is continuously, constantly, it is going outside. It wants to see that, it wants to see this, it wants to enjoy, it wants to experience. Fine. But when the mind and the senses are going continuously outside, that means our energy is getting oozed out. When our mind and energy is getting oozed out, that means mind is not concentrated. When mind is not concentrated, then meditation is not possible. That's why if you see in any scientist, their mind is not extrovert, rather it is introvert. It is like yogic mind. Yogic mind is also introvert mind. Even the scientist mind is also introvert. One problem, one idea they take and they keep on thinking, they try to find the solution, they try to find the answer for sometimes weeks, months, years. And they get introvert automatically. They're not extroverted people. The real scientists actually. All the rishis, saints, all the great spiritual people, even the musicians, the greatest musicians, they will be introvert to a certain extent. Or artists, you say. Whoever has achieved the great things, at least to a particular amount, the introvert or the excessive desire, intense desire in that particular achievement will be there. Then only the success is possible. Then for the person who wants to do contemplative life, who wants to do meditative life, he has to be introvert, not the extrovert. That doesn't mean that you should not enjoy the world. That doesn't mean that you should not work. That doesn't mean that you should not go here and there. No, you can do all these things, but it should be in a regulated way. It should be in the controlled way. So it should be more and more introvert, so that your energy is saved, and that by using that energy, we try to concentrate your mind and meditate or do the Vedantic contemplation, self-inquiry. So basically one has to have the control over his mind and senses. Then the eighth one is rasavat, enjoying the comforts and pleasures of the mental quietude. Oh, you are working in the same company from 10 years. Why are you working? Swamiji, if I go to other company, I get doubled. My payment is doubled. Fine. Then are you not thinking to go there? No, Swamiji, I'm comfortable here. It is not that he's learning more, or he is able to cater the needs of the people, or he is able to contribute to the society, is not going. No, because it is comfortable here. There are no much problems. There are no adverse circumstances. There are no challenges. And the boss is also good. So I'm comfortable here. So as a result, I may get more experience. I may get more good exposure. I may get good salary. I may get good name and fame, but still I don't want to change my company. Why? Because I'm comfortable. So many of us, we get hooked in this comfortable position. Initially, we keep struggling. At some point of time, we compromise and we get hooked, or we get stuck by these comfortable positions. For an example, now someone asked me, I was in Mysore in India. So the General Secretary of the Ramakrishna Mission, he called and asked, will you go to Ireland? I said, okay, fine. Then someone asked, Hare Swamiji, you are comfortable, you are happy here in Mysore itself. Why are you going to Ireland? I said, I didn't come here to be in a comfortable life, to lead the comfortable life, to be in comfortable position. Whatever the seniors ask me to do, I will do. Then if you get problems, fine, I will accept and I will face it. Then you may not get the same type of food and same type of friends or same type of devotees here. You are getting like Mysore. You may not get there. I said, fine, I shall accept and I shall face the challenges. And so I may be successful or I may be a failed person, but I will learn many things. I will accept challenges. I can accept and I can learn and I can grow. So this type of thing, unnecessary, we should not, of course, get into all these things, no doubt, but staying always comfortable position, it will not help us to grow. It may help To a certain extent, afterwards it is not so. So we should not get stuck with this comfortable thing. And sometimes when we start meditation, certain amount of concentration when we achieve, we get a quietude of the mind. Mind is calm, quiet, and serene to a certain extent. That serenity of the mind itself gives some peace and some joy. So many people get stuck there in the sadhana and they don't go further. Why? Because they want to enjoy that state of bliss. It is not wrong, but at the same time, you will not get much spiritual progress. The beautiful story has been told by Sri Ramakrishna. One fellow used to go to forest in the olden days and used to what are the dry wood, used to see dry trees, used to cut them and chop into the small pieces and used to go to the nearby villages and used to sell, and whatever the money he got, and he used to live the life. And he was doing for few years. Once one sadhu was going on this way, he said, "Go forward." Then he went. Then he went inside, little deep inside the forest. Then for his astonishment, he saw the sandalwood trees. He said, "Arey, I was, from so many years I was in this forest, I was coming. I never went inside. I never creeped inside. What a foolish I am." Then fine, he started cutting sandalwood trees and he started selling it. Then in no time, he became a very rich person. After some months, a thought lingered in his mind. Arey, Sadhu never said that you go inside, you go forward, and you'll get sandalwood trees and you stop there. He said, "Go forward." Then again he went inside deep forest. Then he got silver mines. Silver mines. Then again he got it with the permission of government. He paid tax. He owned the silver mines and he started producing it and selling it, and he became a owner and a millionaire. Then again went inside, he got gold mines. Then again he went inside, then he got diamond mines. So like that our life is. We are stuck up with the worldly pleasures and worldly pursuits. No doubt there are some joy, but if you keep on going inside, you will get much more happiness, much more blissful, much more ananda. But we are stuck here. So that's why rasavat. So we are stuck in this external worldly pleasures or external sensory pleasures. So we should keep on further progressing. We should keep on going inside. That's why we have to be alert. We should not get stuck with all these things. And also, if you speak from philosophical point of view, from Upanishads, we get stuck in the Anandamaya Kosha. After that, we have to break that and we have to go to Vijnanamaya. After Anandamaya, then there is the Atman or self. But many people get stuck in the Anandamaya Kosha. Taittiriya Upanishad says, Shankaracharya, he describes all these things. So we should not get stuck in all these things. We should reach the self. We should self-knowledge. Then the last one is blankness, shunyata. The blankness which the Buddhists, they speak, it is not that blankness. Here it is called, it is like mind is going to stunned state. Many times people try to blank their minds and they lose their mindset, they lose their mental balance. That's the one thing. The second thing, when we get extreme emotions, we get stunned state. Say, for an example, you are walking near the forest, suddenly you see a wild elephant, or suddenly you see a lion or tiger. Immediately you'll get a fear or shock, and immediately you'll become blank, your mind becomes blank, and you stand still, and you don't know what to do. Or suddenly you see a big snake, cobra, black cobra. You get fear, extreme root shock, and you get stunned, and you don't know what to do. Extreme shocks, extreme emotional root shocks can bring this type of stunningness. So stamba avastha we say. So all these things should be avoided. All these things should be taken care. Then only the life of meditation is possible according to the author. After telling this, now in the 129th verse, he says, whatever you think, so you will become. So that is the tagline of the overall meaning of this sloka. Bhavavrityahi bhavatvam, shunyavrityahi shunyata, brahmavrityahi purnatvam, tata purnatvam abhyaset. While thinking of an object, the mind verily identifies itself with that. And while thinking of a void, it really becomes blank. Whereas by thought of Brahman, it attains to perfection. So one should constantly think of Brahman or self to attain perfection. So why we have to think always on self, why we have to think always on Brahman has been told very clearly here. As you think, so you become. Now you are keep on thinking about the personal beauty, the physical beauty. Your mind always thinks about that and you are busy in that, maintaining it. Someone thinks always about achievements and he or she tries to achieve and he or she becomes an achiever in the particular field. And someone is thinking always about the self and he becomes a self-knowledgeable person. So whatever you keep on thinking, whatever you encourage through your mind and thoughts or feelings and emotions, so your mind takes that picture, it is occupied that thought, and your personality, your character, your thinking, everything takes that shape. Your personality is pruned or your shaped according to it. Someone keeps on thinking about shunyata, blankness, he may become blank. Someone thinks of sensory objects, his mind gets attached to it. And someone thinks about self, he becomes self-knowledgeable person. So Vedantic meditation is very important. Thinking about self is very important. By that, one can realize self, one can become the Brahmagnani or Atmagnani. So, and you will attain the Purnatva, completeness, sense of fulfillment, sense of unalloyed bliss. Experience of unalloyed bliss is possible by thinking about the Brahman or self. Purnatvam abhyaset. You will become Purnatva, you will become Purna, you will become complete. How? By Brahmavritya, by thinking about Brahman. So here, Brahmagnana or the self-knowledge is also achieved through Vritti Gnana, through thoughts, modifications of thoughts according to the Vedanta. In the yoga philosophy, cessation of all vrittis are told. Here it is, all vrittis has to be slowly reduced, and it has to be one vritti, only one thought. What is that? The thought of self, the thought of Brahman. That is called Brahmakara vritti. The Brahmakara vritti removes the ignorance, it dispels the darkness. Then the Atmagnana comes. Comes means what? It is understood, it is experienced. Just like there is a beautiful sun, we were experiencing sunlight. Sunlight was there, we went out and we were enjoying it. Suddenly, it got disappeared. Did sun go somewhere? No. The thick patch of clouds came and covered the sun, so we were not able to feel that sunny. Then again, after some time, the thick patch of clouds moved away. Then again, we started feeling the sun or the heat of the sun. So similarly, this self is self-luminous. But unfortunately, a thick veil of ignorance has been covered. So by thinking again and again, by meditating again and again with the self, on the self, that Brahmakara vritti gets produced, and that removes the ignorance, that removes this ignorance, then I'll be able to understand who am I. The moment I understand who am I, then I will be the complete person. And the next 3 to 4 slokas, the greatness of this Atmagnani has been told, and 1 or 2 concepts the author discusses, and afterwards this particular work, Aparokshanubhuti, gets sent. Maybe in the next class, we shall try to see them. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu. Yes, if you got any of you questions, I'll be happy to answer. Ram, anything?
I think explained the 8 reasons, blockers.
Obstacles, yeah.
Obstacles, okay. But then, especially the dullness and the lack of how do you avoid when your mind is that comes because it's not controlling the mind?
So how can you avoid the dullness? By being an active. One is by being active, you can avoid the dullness. And whatever the work we do, whatever the action we perform, we should enjoy it. Out of compulsion or out of force, because there is no other way out, or whatever the reason, we keep on working. Instead of that, either you sweep the floor, or you meditate, or you work in your office, or you cook for your family, you start enjoying the work. Then it will not be a boredom, that will not be cumbersome. But we don't do it. Once you start enjoying your life, enjoying your actions, then you will automatically become active. Say, for an example, you are the lover of cricket. In the olden days, if you see, the test match used to go 50 overs of a test match, old. If you are the lover of cricket, the whole day you sit and watch, you will never feel boredom, isn't it? Why? Because you used to love cricket. So you start loving whatever you do. Then you'll be able to enjoy the things. Then that these unnecessary obstacles can be reduced. One thing. Second thing, you have to be active. Then through that, the dullness can be reduced. Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions?
No, Swami, it is clear.
Yes, Swami. Well, I think I'll need to take the Bhagavad Gita maybe to put it on the verse. It's concerning what was mentioned. So it's, I think, I don't want to misquote, but it's basically mentioning that in action and inaction, there is a sort of work done as well. So it's sometimes a bit confusing, because it's it's mentioning as well that in action and inaction there is a work done. Obviously, because the mind is already working. So my question is more related to the fact that obviously work is service, so it's of great value, but sometimes in observation there is a sort of, how can I say, a sort of spiritual connection to a higher realm of consciousness here.
Mm-hmm. See, these are the probably now by doing one is saying that we have to do action, but at the same time action can bind the person. Is it your question?
Yes, and as
so
well.
You are right. So,
yeah.
See, for an example, some person is a dull person, is a lazy, a dull person. If so, then for such a person, we have to say that you have to be active. Okay. So that is the first step. When a person becomes active, then, okay, I've become active, but still my mind has become restless. My mind is not controlled, you say. Fine, you are active. Your mind is also active, no doubt, but it is brooding or it is not alert. What do you want? What do you don't want? You have to think, and you have to slowly, you have to concentrate, and you have to regulate your mind and regulate your activities. That is the second step. And you keep on doing the work in a prescribed manner, in a detached manner. Slowly, then the detachment will come. If initially, at the beginning, if I say that, okay, work brings attachment, so don't work, you be detached, then you may land into the dullness and lethargy. Because the extreme opposites look alike. So the dullness and the laziness and the person who has detached person who has attained the self-realization, both look same. The Buddha and Buddha look same. Why? Both are sitting quiet. But there's a difference of, heaven and hell, or the sky and earth, isn't it? So they are saying that first dullness should be avoided, letharginess should be avoided, one should be active. But that active also should be regulated. That's the second step. Oh, I am so busy. You are busy what? Your mind is brooding on so many things unnecessary. Now yourself, you think, say for 1 hour, yourself, if you observe, how many thoughts it was required for you? There'll be very few thoughts. And many other thoughts, simply they're coming and they're going, they're coming and they're going. Our energy is getting wasted and we are not aware of it. So to become that, but at least you be active so that you start working. So if you start working, you are becoming active. So much amount of time and so much amount of time, at least your mind is concentrated and regulated. And doing slowly, from tamoguna, you will rise yourself to rajoguni. You are become active. Then by doing action again and again, and slowly, you will become detached. Then you will reach the sattva guna. From sattva guna, then you have to reach the state of sthita prajna or trigunatita avastha. So these are the different gradations. So this we have to understand.
Oh, yes, I do. Thank you, Swami. Yeah.
Okay, then thank you for all of you.